Tristan, what's up, man? Why wouldn't you come inside? How long? I seen you out there for a minute. So how long were you guys really just standing out there?
We came early, so we came about 2:30. We was just sitting over there chilling and everything.
Wait, you're on a whole nother time zone.
I mean 12:30. My bad.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we came here at 12:30, so we just chilling. And I didn't know we were supposed to ring the doorbell, so I was just watching. I was watching y'all do the podcast before this, and I was just watching everything. And then that's when you saw me, and noticed me, and then he said, "Man, you didn't ring the doorbell." So I was like, "Oh."
I had no clue. I'm texting my producer, like, bro, where's Tristan? He's like, hell if I know. He say he been there since 12:30. I'm like, what? Looking all over the place. So are you the father?
Father coach.
Okay. What's your name, sir?
Sean.
And where's that last name come from?
It's German.
Ah.
Yeah, there's actually a German town called Kalkreuth.
Okay, wow. So was it your mom, your grandfather, like who?
My mother's side.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you guys are from what part of Texas?
We're actually from Duncanville, but it's considered Dallas, part of Dallas. No one really knows what Duncanville is.
I don't know anything about other sports, but Duncanville sounds a lot like
basketball.
Yeah, like that basketball player.
Did
they name the town after him or something?
No, Greg Ostertag went there. You might know him. He played for Kansas.
Nah. If it ain't boxing, I don't know.
Yeah.
But Tristan, man, so how old are you?
I'm 21. I just turned 21 November 8th.
Wow, young. So we're going to get right into the thick of things. Obviously, you suffered a loss coming up as a prospect, but it looks like that loss has allowed you to decide to be a heavyweight. Were you struggling to make cruiserweight, and that's kind of what you're attributing the loss to, or?
Yeah, it was more just being out the ring and everything. And the more bigger I got, I could feel it kind of got harder to condition. So I had to adapt to where my weight and where my body was at. So I was like, I got up to like 230, and I just told myself, I talked to my pops, like, for this fight, let's just get to like 220, 219. So we started conditioning ourselves. Went out to Miami, got some work, and then we're just gonna fight and see how I felt. My last fight at heavyweight, and I did my thing, and I feel good.
Absolutely. I mean, 6'4", 21 years old, probably a smarter decision to build into the heavyweight division. Yeah. By the time you're 25, you're a seasoned pro, you're filled in. AJ had to be 28 already champion and unified because you're very young. I mean, it's not a bad decision to transition into a heavyweight right now. So, Dad, do you think, and how do you feel as he's your son, and now he's going to be in there with, he's been in there with grown men, but we're talking grown men heavyweights.
Right,
now.
Right. Well, he got injured, so that's what he hurt his shoulder in the fight, actually. So that attributed to 6 months of rehab, really where they wouldn't let him do anything, that he couldn't really do a lot of running. So and then we got the fight, and so he lost 10 pounds, but that was understood. So he came back, he was healthy. No, the goal is to stay cruiserweight for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're not looking to go heavyweight right now. He might fight 205, 210, but the goal is to stay cruiserweight.
Not even bridgerweight.
That's an option
in the future.
That's definitely move up. Slowly move up. But it's all about getting the right strength and conditioning, and building in the right way.
The reason I ask is because obviously, pretty sure Boots was 140 in the amateurs, and his father chose to build him up instead of sucking him down. And
right.
I mean, I wasn't there, but you did agree that making weight was difficult. Do you think now that if you can remain active, it won't be as difficult, and you will be able to make cruiserweight easy?
I just feel like it's more just about the right people I put around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the coach that we're with right now, or that we've been talking to, he knows a lot about, the right things to eat.
Oh,
he knows about. Yeah.
You not with Ronnie no more?
Strength and conditioning coach he's talking
yeah,
about.
Strength and conditioning coach.
But you are with Ronnie then?
Right now, currently, we haven't really been working with Ronnie.
For how long?
A little while,
yeah.
Before the loss?
Correct.
Yeah.
Holy smokes! What happened? No way, bro.
It's just logistics.
He's too far.
PBC, Golden Boy, a lot of date conflicts.
It really was. It wasn't
Yeah.
convenient really for us because no disrespect or nothing like that. Ryan's a great Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But it just wasn't convenience for us because you couldn't really match our dates. And our fights, he had something going on with PBC, and majority of his fights were with PBC, so it was understandable. But yeah,
So who you with now?
we're that's the whole reason we're down here in Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
You looking for a trainer
Yeah.
to relocate here?
Correct.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. We're down here basically to put a team together.
Yes,
Have
sir.
you had any sit downs out here yet, or you need me to hook you up with some numbers?
No, we've had a couple. We've worked with Coach Salas.
Okay.
We've worked with
Larry Wade.
Why Salas? Let's go slow.
Well, so
What
this,
do you like about Salas?
Well, this started with Coach Larry Wade.
Oh, so he's your new strength and conditioning.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So we made a connect. I reached out to. We were at a fight together. His last fight, and
But Salas is PBC, and so is Larry Wade.
right. So we've had these conversations. So we don't want to get back into that same situation. So we want a coach that's flexible. So we've got with Salas. We sat down. We also got with Bones Adams. I mean, we're gonna look at a few more coaches.
I was just
too.
training with Bones yesterday.
Yeah. After this, matter of fact, after this, we about to go check out Rolly's coach.
Bullet.
Yeah,
Word.
Bullet, yeah.
He's aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He,
Fits my style.
Well, I don't mean aggressive as a trainer. I mean like his style is.
Yeah.
He wants his fighter to get him out of there.
Yep.
Yeah. They're going to all give me shit for this because it's like you're mentioning certain guys, and now here I am about to throw a different name, but Ibn. Have you met him?
Ibn
Kaysen.
Is that a coach?
He doesn't – I don't know. So I'm quoted anyway because it's recorded, but I feel like he might have changed his name, but he's related to Hasim Rahman. He trains Cody Crowley and Robert Safar, which is a cruiserweight further along than you, 15-0. Super duper power. Great work for you out here.
What gym are they out of?
He's trained with, he's managed by Mike Leonardi.
We know Mike very well.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. We know Mike.
So Ibn is a good coach, man. I like him. I really do. And he got a cruiserweight, which is important. Sparring is important. Not that, I mean, if you're moving out here, it don't matter because this is the hotbed for sparring, for sure. But I've been here since March, I want to say. Maybe February. Not that many cruiserweights.
Right.
Not that many cruisers. You might have to spar up.
Especially in Texas, man. It's hard.
I mean, here too.
Yeah.
Because Lawrence Okoli came into town. WBO champ at the cruiserweight division. He had to spar Johnny Rice and some other heavyweights. So, I don't know, though. I like the idea of I'm not the dad or the manager, but planting the seed. I like heavyweight.
Yeah.
You could take your time, too. Like, he could be 25, haven't fought anybody, just developing into a heavyweight, and then you cut that leash off, man.
I mean, that's the goal. We're just not going to rush to get there.
For sure.
Yeah, he's still young. He's 21. He turned pro at 17.
And that's my point.
Right.
He could keep developing until 25.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Especially at heavyweight, you know. But yeah, Ibn, man. Check out Ibn. Give everybody a try. It's like a car, man. It's like a car. You gotta take them all for a test drive, you know?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, ask fighters too. Don't just talk to trainers. Fuck that. Because I talk to fighters on a daily basis. See what the fighters think about that trainer that you want to sign to, or not sign, but train with, because that says a lot, you know. You have to be comfortable in the environment you're going to train in. Plus, you're relocating. You don't want to get homesick.
Right.
Every time you go into the gym, you're thinking, man, I got to go fucking deal with this guy. You want to be happy when you go to the gym. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, most definitely.
What would you prefer to do, though? You
As
hit me and
far
Dag?
as training?
No, as far as division.
So I know when the first time when I fought at heavyweight, I looked just, I didn't really look good. My body, it wasn't, but lately, I've been just working out, eating right. I still been about 217, 220, but you can kind of see my abs coming in, you can kind of see my muscle tone. So I think it's a good idea to try shooting for cruiserweight because, I'm already, in my opinion, I don't know what other people think, but in my opinion, I think I'm a big cruiserweight, cutting down. 6'5", I got 80-inch arm span, wingspan. So I feel like that would be a good advantage to try to take over. But in all, my goal is to potentially campaign at cruiserweight, bridgerweight, and then move up to heavyweight. You know, if I do that, that's history right there.
For sure, 3-division champ, smarter.
Yeah. So,
Just wondering if it's gonna be,
a struggle.
doable with you being a young man growing. You know what I mean? Like your father said, you started at 17. You're already 21, and
when he was 17, he grew from 16 to 18, like from 168, 175 all the way up to 201. So he's just had this massive growth.
So why boxing, Dad? Most fighters don't want their son to get punched in the face.
I'm a basketball guy, so I wanted him to play basketball, but he was just aggressive, so he wanted to box. So once he started doing it, it just took off.
Yeah, I say like I was always in love with like mixed martial arts. You know what I'm saying? So I remember coming to the gym, and then there was 2 options I had, was to do karate or was to do boxing. And I was like, man, I'm gonna go with boxing. And ever since I went with boxing, I just stuck to it. Been boxing for about 10 years now.
What was it about boxing?
It's just like just combat. Like you got to put your mind behind it. Because they say boxing is 80% mental. So it's like to me, it's kind of like a fast-paced chess, like playing chess almost.
So you play chess?
Oh yeah, I beat my pops a couple times.
Don't.
Are you like? Do you play like on a site?
Nah, that's my pop does that, but nah, I like to play.
So
in
you're
person.
physical chess?
Yeah, I like to play in person.
Pop, so you on a site?
I'm a casual. I play on chess.com.
Happens to be where I play at. What's your ranking, sir?
No, there's no ranking or anything like that.
Oh, no?
He got the ranking and stuff. So
I'm ranked. I'm ranked, bro.
I'm a casual.
I'm ranked. I don't even play with people that don't play on a clock.
Yeah.
You ain't on a clock.
Oh, you serious with it? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I fucking love chess. And we were just talking earlier how Terrence Crawford owes me an interview. I'm like, yo, if I beat you, I want my interview.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, let's do it. But I think he's reneging because I beat him, and then he went ahead and beat me like 2 times back to back. So I don't know if he think that cleans himself of giving me my interview. But yeah, man, nah, he's a good guy. So do you have any dream? I don't want to say dream fight, but I was just telling my last guest, like every fighter needs the Manny Pacquiao to their Floyd Mayweather. Do you think about that, and do you envision someone being there that you see yourself facing? Like, yeah, that'll be the guy.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't want to do no call outs because in a way,
of course it's not. I mean, your prospect's not a call out, but you do have dreams.
Yeah.
And if you reach those dreams and they turn into goals that are accomplished, who's on the other side of that?
Yeah, most definitely I want to approach my way of being humble, but I do want to fight the best. I do want to, because, like Michael Jordan said, in order to be the best, you got to play against the best. In boxing, you got to fight the best. So got to get sparring with the best. So I'm open towards that, but just, since I'm a prospect, I'm building myself up. It's going to take time for that. I understand that there's levels to this. And, I just want to be ready when I become a champion, that I'm going to be able to maintain my belt, and I'll be in a position where I could, keep working and keep progressing. But like I said, that's why we're here, just about putting the right team around me so I could be successful.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard because he's young. You look at the Okolis and the Badu Jacks; they're older.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got some really talented young guys but their weight is much more than his right now. Jared Anderson, that name comes to mind. Tristan he needs more experience, in my opinion, in the heavyweight division to be considered. That would be some fight that could be made.
Yeah, but Jared is so ahead.
Exactly.
Right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Prospect heavyweight. Gotta think. It ain't gonna come to mind like that. I don't know. I thought you might have had a name. But Okoli could be someone in the future at bridgerweight or heavyweight, possibly. I don't think he'll remain in cruiserweight in time for you to catch up to him.
Right, I agree.
Yeah.
So, Dad, How far is James Prince gym?
It's in Houston.
So that's
Yeah.
far for you.
I don't think it's that much further, but we just liked it here. We like, we've been down here a few days, and I did a lot of research before, and I like the vibe down here. It's if you want to get better. I mean, you think about Miami, Houston's also an option, but definitely Vegas. If you're gonna make it, and you come down here to make it, you're gonna have a lot of opportunity.
For sure, you got more opportunity here, but it is it's gonna be an expense to uproot. It's gonna be different for him. Houston is not a bad option. Like you brought up Anderson, you can spar.
My wife don't like Houston City.
Oh wow!
So we're done. Yeah, so she was done with Houston.
So you guys are ready to move as a family?
Yeah, everybody's moving.
Oh wow!
Yeah, my wife.
He's the only child?
I have a daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, she's coming too.
All right. Oh.
So we threw out some cities. My wife, she just doesn't like the traffic in Houston, and she liked here because of the mountains and different things of that nature. So and I feel like we can get a good team around him here. There's a lot of top coaches down here.
You can absolutely build a team, and you gonna know, because there's always sparring. So you gonna know, everything that you want to know here. Mm-hmm. I was just saying, that's a good gym in your home city. I visited that gym, and is it Quentin Randall? His father. Marvin. Oh my God, what is his name? He just fought on Showbox.
Yeah, we know Quentin Randall.
No, but he's not the one. He's not the one that just fought on Showbox. Quentin Randall just did his own show for WBC. The other one, he's got a loss. It's with an M. I think maybe his nickname is Marvelous. He's thin. He just upset somebody on Showbox, but they gave him like a draw. Mm-hmm. I can't remember. It'll come to me. But his father's a great coach, man. Super motivator. And like I said, you got Jared in there. Shakur's cousin is underrated.
I think I know who you was talking about. That tall cruiserweight. He lost. He made a comeback though.
He's definitely not cruiserweight.
Oh, he's not. Oh, okay.
Nah,
I was thinking about.
I don't know who you talking about. But yeah, I mean, there's some good talent there. But I get it. If the happy wife, happy life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you excited to come to Vegas? And whose idea was it?
That was your idea, huh, Pop?
Yeah, it was kind of my idea. I mean,
so how'd you receive that when he's like knocks on your door and he's like, I think we should move to Vegas?
Yeah, I feel like it was the best move because I didn't really, where I was at, I didn't really have no one to really push me, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I was the biggest guy in the gym. I only had a few sparring partners, which gave me, the work I needed from, my past few fights. But I feel like in order for me to get to that next level, I got to spar people that are, a little bit, have more experience than me. They've been in some fights that are at my weight. Even a few heavyweights, if I get in the ring and work with them, I feel like that's going to take me to the next level.
For sure. That's what you're going to get a lot of work of is heavyweights. And, a lot of cruiserweights are not walking around under 199. No. So you're kind of considered a heavyweight to the the person that's sparring you anyway. Mm-hmm. So Bones Adam, you said, and you also said, what was the other name? Oh, Salas. Is the language barrier? I wanted to double back to that. Is that going to be an issue?
No, they got multiple coaches in there that could speak English. Even I think it was a Cuban coach I was working with. He doesn't really speak full English, but he could demonstrate what he's saying. Mm-hmm. So I already know so you want me to do this more or you want me to do that more. So, but I've been
the environment though. Everyone is Latino in there.
Yeah,
and if they're not Latino, they're like from Japan or something like that.
Yeah, they had one black kid in there that was working pretty good, but I went in there and it was just I like the environment in there. I'm definitely open to looking at more and seeing other gyms, but it's like every sparring was competitive. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
But that sparring was not in your division.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah. Not in your division. I know everybody that trains there is. Is there any Like, are you being drawn to him because he's short and he uses the shoes and it's kind of like something that he goes viral for and you want to see how that looks with you, or that's not even coming to your mind?
I didn't even.
You ain't. You
I didn't.
you
Even,
gonna
I
sit
didn't,
here and tell me you
I
ain't
noticed
seen
the
them
shoes.
big ass shoes he
Yeah.
wear?
No, I seen it, but I didn't I didn't really know Silas until I came to the gym.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't really know.
I
much
knew
about
who
it.
he was.
Yeah, my pops did.
Yeah. So I mean, the thing right now is it's just a fill out. So we're not committed to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna come back, and we'll probably look at some other coaches. So we're not really committed to anyone at this point. You got to have a good fit.
For sure.
You got to have a good vibe with each other, because all that matters. It may not matter right then, but it's going to matter later on, just like you said. So we want to make sure everybody, at least for this season and this time, we're good, and so we can move on, because as he continues to grow, this road gets harder.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to matter who the people are around you.
Do you look forward to sparring Joe Joyce?
Yeah. No, that's a big boy.
Is that
Two-
something you've even considered?
270.
Because
Yeah, most
he's
definitely.
in that gym whenever he comes to town.
Most definitely. I feel like my weight, we might have to think about it, because I do want to be a strong 240 before I could fully spar top competitive heavyweights that are past 250. You know what I'm saying?
No, and
'Cause,
he digs to the body, bro.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
I seen him sparring Michael Hunter. He loves that body, and he's tall, very tall.
He's a big man.
He's big.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's this is gonna be interesting. Now I gotta I had no clue you guys weren't with Ronnie, so now it's like, who do you guys end up picking? Who else is out here in Vegas? Have you heard of Gil Martinez? I don't think he has any big time pros, but I feel like he's decent too. Who else is out here in Vegas? Is there anyone else on the list, or were those two just the only names you were considering?
They got, I think they got top ranked boxer gym. They got K Karoma, which I know we spoke with K
From the amateurs.
when I was on the USA team. Yeah. So yeah, we spoke with K. That could be something that we will check out.
He's good. He's definitely got a lot of good fighters under his tutelage.
Mm-hmm.
He did just have that Uzbekistanian that David Morrell put in the hospital.
Yeah, that was
Oh yeah. I seen that fight.
Yeah. Who else is here? Nobody from no one in the Mayweather gym interests you? Not really. It's kind of died down, right?
Yeah, that's what I
Bullet.
hear. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna go, get some work with Bullet. So, but we're not in a 100% rush. So we'll take our time and we'll put it all together.
Do you have a timeline for not the trainer? This exclude the trainer selection
To be in Vegas.
to live in Vegas.
Well, he has a potential fight coming up
wow.
at the end of we've been in talks with Golden Boy, so he has a potential fight coming up at the end of January, late January. So we definitely want to make that move as soon as we can. I mean, we're already in the process. So
So you're looking at homes,
yes,
or you're gonna rent?
I think we may rent first, but we're already in the process. So everybody's.
Have you been talking to people from out here in Vegas?
Well, like I said, I know Mike. Mike was one of the first guys when he was going pro that I communicated with. Mike's a real great guy.
Leonardo.
Yes, and so he helped. I talked to him a little bit about the vibe down here. Coach Larry Wade. He said hi.
Thank you.
I've talked to him about the vibe down here. So the whole purpose of coming down here for these 5 days was to kind of see like, okay, because it's never going to be 100% perfect. You're going to have to deal with certain things. You're going to have to grow and overlook certain things. But so far what I've seen, great coaches, great environments, great teachers. He's young. He needs a teacher. He needs someone to help him grow to become the kind of boxer. Bones is great.
He's a good teacher.
Yes.
And
Salas is great too.
Bones and Salas, like, they love to focus on fundamentals.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, you got to be open to that, because that can get repetitive. The person that's receiving that, if he doesn't understand that, or understand that the repetitiveness of the trainer is, he means well, he just wants you to get it, it could cause friction. But I love, like I said, I was training with him yesterday, but I will be training with Ibn today. That's for sure. I love them all. And some guys do that, right? They get a little bit of work everywhere and learn something everywhere. This might not be your final stop. You might move to Vegas, get a trainer in Vegas, and end up with a totally different trainer here in Vegas, man.
True that.
So what, outside of winning the world title, is there any specific goal in boxing you would like to achieve?
Outside of winning, or if you're talking about life or just related to boxing?
No. Boxing accolade outside of the world title.
Besides the world title, I just want to kind of be like a motivational role model to, the youngins out here that are looking up. I noticed that that's one thing that that people pay attention to are, the young fans. I have a lot of young fans, and I don't know if that's because of the backflip that I do, but I feel like when I did that backflip, they saw that and they was like, man, this kid's cool. So now that made me want to be more of a role model for these kids, that I want to basically just teach them like about discipline and stuff like that, because discipline will take you far in life.
For sure.
Because it's good to be motivated, but sometimes that motivation is not there, and it's about I got to do what I got to do. Got to wake up and I got to run, got to train. So I just that's other besides being a world champion. That's where I want to be. It's just like a role model.
The discipline obviously triggered so many memories because out here, that's what you see. You get to see a lot of world champions, and you get to see what discipline in this sport is. And you also get to see many examples of what it's not from those other fighters that may not have gotten to that mountaintop. But when you see, your Shakurs, your Andersons, your Haneys, the way that they train, and you're like, okay, this is why they are where they are in their career, because they definitely train very, very hard. How do you feel about running, man? I'm a big guy. I hate running.
Man, I hate running too.
Is it just because running, or do you experience pain in your knees because of your height and weight?
Yeah, I noticed. Well, it's normally when I run outside. I don't really like running outside because I feel like it's my height and my weight, and I do have it starts weighing on my knees and everything. But I notice when I run on a treadmill, like I can run about 3 miles easy. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like when I run, since I'm not a big fan of I don't like running. You know what I'm saying? But I know that's something I got to do. So I wake up early in the morning, like 5 a.m. And then I've been doing that, for the past few months, a couple months and everything. And it's just been, to me, it's been a lot easier than waking up at 5 a.m. than waking up at 11. I don't know, something to do with like testosterone or something like that. Or when you wake up early in the morning, it's still nighttime. But I noticed that kind of gave me a little boost. So I've just been doing that because, me, I like sprints more. Sprints is short, quick, give your heart rate up. Because you got to understand, us boxers, we kind of fight in spurts. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing, and that's basically how I feel about running.
For sure. And I'm with you, man. A lot of trainers don't like long-paced runs because the fighter paces themselves, and the fight's not paced. You know what I mean? So you definitely are on to something with the sprints.
Yeah.
Man, you had said something else that it triggered me, and that's why I interrupt people so much, but I'm trying to be good. But you definitely had triggered another question, man. I'm going to have to double back to it. But Dad, so what I was trying to find out when I said, are people, contacting you and kind of giving you advice, was more on where to live. When I had to make the transition from Florida here, everybody was kind of like, oh, you need to live here, or you need to live here. And there's only maybe 2 or 3 parts of Las Vegas that are considered nice anyway. So that's what I was asking. Have you decided on a location? Because I'm going to just say, personally, everyone wants to live in Henderson. I feel like that shit is so far.
Yeah,
if your wife doesn't like traffic, you better rent in Henderson and then let her drive, because it's like 30 minutes.
Yeah, so I did quite a bit of research before we, when we started talking about it. Henderson, Spring Valley, Summerlin, and then so my original plan was to stay and look in Spring Valley because I figured that was pretty close to get to everything. But after being out here for a while and driving around, I'm feeling more of Summerlin.
I love Summerlin.
Yeah, so that looks like a good environment. Plus the gym locations that we potentially would be going to, 5,
Jump
10
on
minutes.
a 215.
Yeah,
It's
we
not
can just
bad.
get there pretty quick.
Yeah, I like Summerlin, man. I started out over there and I loved it, but I went over there. They put me like with the rich and on Mesa Drive, so of course I'm gonna fall in love with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was beautiful. But I won't hold you guys too much, man. Those are all my questions. Tristan, please give out your social media for anybody that hasn't followed you can do so.
Y'all follow me on Instagram, Tristan Kalkreuth, Twitter, Tristan Sweet Tea, Facebook, Tristan Kalkreuth, and that's pretty much it.
Dad, any social media?
I just do Instagram, TK Boxing Team.
TK Boxing Team. All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for coming in. YouTube family, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.